Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2024 Johnny Drip Drip schedule reveal. If you look on my screen here, you'll see the seeding games as well as the tournament games for this year's Johnny Drip Drip. This year, we're going to have 4 seeding games all taking place on Friday. I have some kind of general windows here. I think that these windows are when I would expect the games to be played, but things could shift a little bit for the seeding games. If you make it over to the actual tournament, those games I think are going to be more structured in that we can have semifinal A and semifinal B run back to back because there is no overlap. And then the championship game will take place at 6:30 after what I assume is a little bit of a break after the semifinal games. But now let's get into creating the schedule for those seeding games. If you look over here, I put a couple icons. I know for sure the Mobster Lobsters are going to need to play the last game of the day. That's because Nate wants to be able to make one of the 2 games, and he's coming up later on Friday. So basically, when we randomize these matchups, one of the Mobster Lobsters matchups will be in this game. I also have the Dillos in the second slot here because I want that team, which is mostly made up of new players, to be able to watch other teams play a game first. And I put Big Time Baloney here in the third seeding game as well because the Dillos and the Slammers, I think, are going to be the other teams maybe having problems filling games earlier. So I'm going to, give one of those 2 teams this last slot. So anyway, these are the 6 possible matchups. And of these 6 matchups, we will choose 4 randomly. And let's go to the wheel. These 6 same matchups are on here, so let's spin it. All right, Mobster Lobsters versus 6 Mile Slammers. This is potentially the most classic matchup in all of Johnny Drip Drip. So what I'll do is these Mobster Lobsters must get one of the last games of the day or the last. What we'll do, we'll make this nightcap game on Friday one of the classics, one of the great matchups. We've seen 2 title games between these 2 teams, the 6 Mile Slammers and the Mobster Lobsters. After this, we'll go back and determine who are the home and away teams, but for now, I'm just going to fill the matchup. Moving on. The next matchup will be Ding and Dillos versus Mobster Lobsters. All right, so the Ding and Dillos and the Mobster Lobsters. Well, the Mobster Lobsters won't be able to play back-to-back games, so what we can do is we can make seeding game 2, which already has to have the Ding and Dillos. We can make that the Ding and Dillos and the Mobster Lobsters. All right. Now what we can do is we can remove the Mobster Lobsters from the situation here because they have 2 games seeded already, so they will not be playing the Big Time Baloney. Let's go back to our wheel. We will also remove that Mobster Lobsters and Big Time Baloney from the wheel. We will remove it, and we will spin again. Ding and Dillos versus Big Time Baloney. Okay. All right, so let's go back and check here. So this means that the Ding and Dillos and the Big Time Baloney, they will play in seeding game number 3. So we'll take them up here. We'll ignore the fact that the spacing doesn't quite work with the sizes of these little logos I made, but we will understand that this is game 3 here. Which means that the Ding and Dillos have 2 games. This game is removed. And the only 2 teams left to play will be the Big Time Baloney and the 6 Mile Slammers, which will be the first matchup of Johnny Drip Drip this year. Okay. Now the only thing to do is figure out those home and away teams. Each team will play 2 games, so you'll be the home team once, you'll be the away team once. And For the sake of this visual, the team on top will be the home team, even though they'll be playing in the bottom half of innings. But we'll just say the team on top is the home team. So I'll flip for the big time baloney. Heads means they're the home team. Tails means they're the away team in the first game. It's heads. So they're the home team. Big time baloney, home team in the first game against the 6 Mile Slammers. This means that the big time baloney's second game, they'll have to be the away team. They already are scheduled to be the away team against the Dingadillos. As you'll see, it's just one coin flip since the Dingadillos will now be the away team against the Monster Lobsters, which means that the Monster Lobsters will be the away team against the 6 Mile Slammers. So we have our matchup set for the 5-year anniversary of Johnny Drip Drip. Again, the first game of the weekend, Big Time Baloney at home taking on the 6 Mile Slammers. Following this will be the second seeding game between the Mobster Lobsters at home and the Dingadillos. Then the third game of the day will be between the Dingadillos at home and the Big Time Baloney. And lastly, our nightcap and perhaps one of the greatest rivalries in this sport, the 6 Mile Slammers will be at home taking on the Mobster Lobsters. Can't wait. Let's get ready to roll, and let's get ready to drip.